All right, we're on the air. Hello, everybody. This is the virtue signaling for dogs in the car podcast. Welcome, guys. I just titled it "Comic Book Hangout" because we got we do have a comic to promote. Thanks for joining me, John Dillard.
That was quick. I thought you were gonna have like a bumper or something in the beginning. It's just right in there.
Nope. No. I kind of always just start these things with "Okay, we're on the air," and then I just hope I don't say anything too awkward.
I always start my streams with, "Hold on, let me go share this. I'll be back in a sec."
Oh, that's right. I should share it out. So I'm gonna get the link
I should do
copied.
that too, shouldn't I?
I'm gonna get it copied right now and tweet it out. Uh, all right. So let me tweet it out. And for those watching, I'm gonna read the chat in a second. Please share out the link, guys. But I just shared it out on Twitter. So if you guys could share it too, and we could get some more people in here, that'd be cool. But we do have about 3 people in here so far. So hello, P Money. Hello, Nighthawk Warrior. Good. So I thought the 3 people watching were just me and John Dillard having it open on like our computers.
No, I'm opening it right now, so now there should be 4 now.
Oh, sweet. But nice to see you, P Money and Nighthawk Warrior, a couple of our regulars around here. And hopefully we get some more people in here because we do have a cool comic to show off called The Canadian Shield. Giorgio Sosa, another regular, says, "I'm 230 pounds. I'm like 2 people." You know what, dude? I'm about the same weight, so maybe I count as 2 hosts. We also got old-fashioned slashing in the chat. Hello, nice to see you here, man. Hello, Eric Hawkins. Nice to see you. Eric Hawkins actually did some art for me recently. He's doing the cover to book 2 of my anthology comic, but issue 1 of that's going to be launching on Indiegogo next month on Friday the 13th. But John Dillard here does have a comic already for us to talk about, and you're doing the Ash Can, right? Or are you doing the main comic on it too?
I am doing the Ash Can. I did help out a little bit with the main comic, but I couldn't really. My hands were tied. I couldn't really stray too far from the creator, which is Rick Piper, his original designs. But the Ash Can is kind of like more 100% my style.
All right, cool. And I'll share my screen real quick. Still getting used to sharing it in StreamYard, and I know I say that every time, but I don't do this enough. All right, here we go. All right, so cool, the Canadian Shield. All right, so you did the Ash Can in here, and this right here is Rick then, right? He did this art?
Yes, that's his cover. There's actually 2 covers for this book. One Rick did and one that I did.
Oh, so then this one's yours.
Yes, it is. That's my signature down there, yeah.
Oh, cool. This one's awesome.
People tell me I need to change my signature to make it more comic booky, with like squares or circles or something, but I don't know.
Dude, I see nobody sign like this these days. Keep that signature. It looks like a nice fancy signature. I know, like, growing up,
it's the signature I use at the bank,
Dude, keep that in mind. Growing up, I always saw adults with like these nice fancy signatures, and I was like, wow, I bet when I get old, my signature will look awesome. And let me see if I have one here to show you guys. Do I have my own signature here?
Well, yes, the thing is, I used to practice my signature all the time because I always thought one day I'm going to be famous, so I better make this look nice.
Dude, I always practice mine too.
But I thought I was going to be an actor.
Well, look, I always thought my signature would be fancy too, and this is what it came out to. So if you guys could see that, that's my awful signature. I even had people that told me when we were shipping out Stardust, they were like, "Don't sign mine, please, because I saw your signature and it's awful." That's why for Blood Reaper we did an autograph page on the inside of the book. So we had a special page just for the autographs.
Oh no, just detail. No, you're getting my autograph whether you like it or not. That's what you back. That's what you're getting.
Yeah, but let me share this screen again real quick. All right, cool. So tell me about this book because I really know nothing about it. You were just like, "Hey, let's talk about the book," and I was like, "Sure."
Hell yeah, yeah. The book itself, it's a short book. I think it's 24 pages, and we needed to beef that up a little bit. And Rick would be a better person to talk to about, even though I know everything there is to know about the Canadian Shield. He can talk on it a bit more. But what I decided to do was to help him out because Rick is he's a fantastic guy. And I really wanted to help him out. So what I did was I created a story called The Buckler the Night of Descent,
Yeah.
and that's the ash can that's going along with this book. And the Buckler is a super fan of Rick's character, the Canadian Shield, which is kind of why he kind of emulated his costume about that. So it's a little story about how, and I want to get this out there right away. The Buckler, my character, is a villain. And this is the story of how he became a villain. And it was this night where he had an interaction with the Canadian Shield. And the Canadian Shield being his hero, his somebody that he idolized, actually made an appearance in his hometown of Winnipeg. Saw him fail miserably doing his superhero stuff, and gave him a really bad dressing down. So he kind of lost it and snapped and committed a murder after that. And ever since then, he's been the bad guy.
Sounds cool, dude. I really dig your art. Rick's good too, but it's pretty hard to top.
Rick's
John
good,
Dillard.
But Rick's no John Dillard. I'll tell you that.
Most people aren't. I really dig your style. It's a very creepy style. Actually, it's not within arm's reach, or I'd grab it. But I really like the. I know I'm gonna say it wrong. La Llorona drawing you did from. How do you say that?
La yo, like hey yo. Yo.
Yeah.
Rona.
Llorona.
There you go.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite pieces of original art that I have. I keep it over by some of my long boxes. I have a lot of my original art spread out on it. That's one of my favorite pieces. You need to send me some more art one of these days, man.
I got a bunch here. Now, I'll tell everybody how they can get a hold of some of my original art. Now, I don't play around with my original art. I charge for it regardless of how much I know you. But
of course.
But I'm going to be giving away the entire ash can. I'm going to be chopping it up.
Oh, cool.
And I'm going to be giving away every panel of every page at random to people who back this book. If you back this book at the physical tier, like not the $5 digital, but if you back this book at any physical tier, your name's going to go into a raffle, and then we're just every day we're going to be pulling out, and somebody's going to be getting a piece of original artwork from me. From the Buckler ash can.
So you're chopping up each page. Is anyone going to get a whole page, or just
there are some pages that it doesn't make sense to chop them up, so they'll get the whole page. But this one here, like this is a little top part of the panel. It's the top panel of the page.
Let me
and this is let
me try and lock it on you. If I could figure out how to do that.
Yeah, the Buckler is like a superhero landing,
Yeah. Okay.
And this was like a good standalone piece, so I just chopped this right off, and that's gonna be going out to somebody. But pages like these, like the big ones that they can't really be separated because it wouldn't really make sense. I'm going to be just giving those pages out whole. Like this one, I don't want to chop this one, but this one's going to be going out whole to somebody. And this is anybody who backs the book.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. I want that page now.
Yeah, it's a good page. And we do have a special promotion. I have a really big double page spread. It's a double page. It's a 2-page splash page. And that's going to be going out.
Spoilery, or can you show it off?
No, I can show it. It's not finished yet, though. But
okay.
Here it is. This is it right here.
Oh, that's really nice.
This is the buck. These two women over here. This woman was getting accosted by this feminist lesbian over here, and this is the Buckler here cowering. He was trying to prevent this nonsense from happening, but he ended up messing up. This girl got stuck in the neck with a knife, so the shield has to come down right here and tell these kids to get in line because they're not doing things right, So this is him making his grand entrance, and this is going out to the next person that backs the campaign, the Canadian Shield, at the $300 level, and that's the one where you get the actual figurine of the Canadian Shield, plus the books, plus the ash can, and then I'm throwing in this double page spread, and I'm going to get this framed and send it out.
Pretty cool, and I just want to read a bit off. Let's see. P Money says, and guys, remember Secret Comics #1 coming soon, being drawn by one of my favorites, Jason, aka Jiminy Cricket, of course. It's coming next month on Friday the 13th. We launched that. Giorgio Sosa says that's a great looking cover. We have Cross Comics in the chat, who who that's his comic is this right here. So that's Rick, who's Cross Comics. So this is his comic. And let's see. Giorgio Sosa says, "Make awful great again." I think I'm missing something. P Money says, "Hey, I framed your signature. I was fine with it." The one person that was fine with it. We also have Pope Raven in the chat. I agree. Raven is the best Titan. Also, Giorgio Sosa says, "Classic superhero landing. Send it to me. I'll go back."
We'll go back. I'll write your name down, and we'll see what we can finagle. It's got to be random though.
We'll see what happens. We'll write it down, but it's got to be random. I'm gonna post the link here again in the chat for Canadian Shield right there. So guys, make sure you go back it so you guys will have a chance at getting some original John Dillard art. And they've got a lot of different tiers here. They've got a couple covers, and they have the ash can. So let's see. Does this featured tier right here? It has both covers, and does it come with an ash can too?
I don't think it does. I don't think so. I think the one comes with is the $30 tier. That comes with, because I think that one you're looking at has both books, both covers. That's what he wanted to feature. Okay. But the one that has the ash can is the $30 one. It's the it says a sign from Canada or something like that plus ash can.
Yeah.
It'll say really big on it'll say really big on the tier. It'll say plus the ash can.
Yeah. So all right. So everyone that's watching this, you got to go get both covers, and you got to get the ash can. These are two wonderful covers. This one right here is Rick's cover, and that's for the main comic. And then right here is Dillard's cover for the main comic. And then let's see, was there a cover on here for the ash can?
No, I'm actually still working on that. Not yet.
I don't know if I saw it. Was there a cover for the ash can on here already?
No, there is not. Not yet. Can you hear me? Did I hear myself? I don't know.
Hello? Oh, I think it cut out for a second. Sorry. Are you still there?
I am still here, yeah.
Okay, sorry. I think my internet cut out for a second. Sometimes it doesn't like StreamYard. So sorry. You probably answered it, but I didn't hear you. Is the cover on here for the ash can?
No, the cover, I'm still working on the cover.
Oh, okay.
So it's not on there yet.
Cool. All right. So here's some interesting pages of art here from Rick Piper.
Yeah, and this is the main reason I really wanted to help, because the thing is, Rick has this really well thought out 10-year plan for his books.
Yeah.
And excuse me, he has I don't know if you know, but he has like an entire galaxy of characters and alternate universes, and I think what I've seen so far, at least over 150 different characters. And the Canadian Shield is just one of them, and this is the book he wanted to start out with. And the thing is, he's trying to get this book funded, past just being able to get the book out to people, so that he can actually, because he's already started. A lot of these are already scripted out. He's trying to fund other artists in the community to come and do these books. You know what I mean? And he has it set up so that like he has this streamlined to the point where he can get these books out, like 4 of them of each different kind of each different hero, like 4 of them a year. So it'll be end of like 4 different characters every month coming out in a book. You know what I mean? So it's like I can't pass that up. It's a good solid plan, and I want to see it happen, because I get tired of waiting waiting for the next part of the story. You know what I mean? And
I'm sorry, it's still cutting out a little bit.
Is it me that's cutting out?
No, I think it's on my end. This happens once in a while. Evan Hotep in the chat says it's because StreamYard sucks. So yeah, I don't know. I like StreamYard. It's the best replacement I found to Google Hangouts. Rip Google Hangouts. I miss it so much. But no, I think it's my end, because occasionally when I look at my StreamYard, it'll be like, your picture will be gone. It'll have just the loading symbol. So sorry. I think it's on my end. I don't think it's your end. And Cross Comic says we can hear John. So yeah, I think it might be my end sometimes. The internet doesn't like StreamYard.
Yeah, it doesn't. I still use Hangouts actually. I just pipe it through OBS.
Yeah, I use OBS to record my videos, but I don't really know how to use it to stream, so I kind of just use StreamYard. It's still pretty easy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Rick is saying that if you get the $45 tier, that comes with 2 books, both covers, plus the ash can. So yeah, maybe that one would be better.
All right, cool. So yeah, so both of those come with the ash can. I don't know exactly what the difference is, but there is a $30 tier that comes with the ash can, and then the $45 tier that'll come with both those covers and the ash can.
Right,
so it's pretty cool.
And the thing is, it doesn't matter which one you get, or if you get the 30, whatever, you actually get to choose which cover you want. Upon checkout, you can click which cover you want.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Pope Raven says, I'm excited to see John draw more ash cans for the Cross universe.
Maybe, probably not, because I got my own book coming out. So,
okay,
that's going to be the Buckler Knight of Ascendancy.
Oh, sweet. So it'll still sort of be the Cross universe then, right?
Oh yeah, and that book's going to take place like 6 months after the events of this ash can. But it's all taking place within the same thing.
Giorgio says, shouldn't the featured perk be the double dealing with ash can?
Probably. But you get, again, I don't have access to the page as Rick's campaign. Rick, get on that. He says you can always add the ash can on a tier for $5. Well, there you go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so no matter what tier you get, you could also get the ash can for $5 more. And don't forget, you guys, if you get, or if you guys are just joining and didn't hear, if you buy any of the physical tiers, then you have a chance to get some original John Dillard art.
Yep. And that's, it's hard to come by because I'm a lazy guy. I don't draw a lot. But yeah, it's going to be a fantastic story. I got the story. And that's the main thing I wanted to do was you really get that story dialed in before I started drawing, because I take so long to draw. Because I work a very full-time job. I'm a truck driver.
Yeah.
And I work around 11 to 14 hours a day.
Oh my goodness! When do you find the time?
Yeah, weekends. And that's usually the only time I get to draw. So I was like, I really need to get this script, rock solid before I start. And it came out really well. I sent it to a couple of people. They gave me their thoughts. I moved stuff around, and it ended up being a really, really cool, tight package. That little ash can. All
right. And Evan Hotep says, I'm building you an OBS package if I ever see the duck again. Oh, man. Evan doesn't like StreamYard. I don't know what an OBS package necessarily means, but I assume he means he's just going to show me how to use OBS to stream. I don't know, man. This is just so much easier. I just go to StreamYard and I just click stream, and then I'm streaming. I don't have to set up a hangout, link OBS to my channel, do this and that, and some magic tricks, and get them. No,
it's connected. Great. All I do is I go down here to my little OBS circle, I click on that, and when the screen opens up, it says start streaming, and there you go.
Huh. Mm-hmm. Interesting. I'm still gonna find a way to overcomplicate.
You probably will. Yeah.
I'm gonna stop sharing real quick, and let's see. Pope Raven says, which tier is the Kiss cards?
I think that's the Lorenzo tier.
Sounds accurate enough.
He says, ask Dillard about the package I built for Scribbattle. Oh yeah, I have a little show called Scribbattle that I did last year.
Yeah, I watched it once.
I'm going to be bringing that back on the 15th, so in about 7 days.
Yeah, just as long as you don't have Bullet on.
Oh, he's going to be on there for sure.
Oh, well, then I'm not watching.
Bullet, the fan of no one. That's what I like, Bullet. He don't like nobody. But yeah,
it's on there.
Mm-hmm. And he made Evan, dude, Evan made this fantastic package for the. I mean, it has moving stuff now. It has little images from past scribble drawings that are like floating and coming in and out of view in the background the whole time. It's fantastic.
Oh, okay, that's what he meant by package. He's just gonna make a whole bunch of fancy stuff to be on the screen for me. We'll see, Evan.
Tasteful. It's not going to be overbearing or nothing like that. It'll be you'll still have the focus. Evan got class.
We'll see. But no, I was actually before we started this, I was actually going through an old comic script of mine, and I was doing another draft of it to see if Bullet actually wanted to draw it. So me and Bullet might do something. It depends if
Bullet don't want to do nothing.
No, he reached out to me. So oh man,
he's a good artist though. He's just very in on his own thing.
This is what irritated me about him. He sent me like, I don't know, probably like early last year, probably, I think he sent me some sequential art samples. I was like, let me see some of your sequentials. He sent me some, and then he's like, these are old, by the way. So I was like, okay, can you send me something new? He never did. And then this year when he's like, oh we should do something, you got any scripts? And I was like, well, can you show me some sequentials now? He sent me those same ones, those same old ones. I guess he has nothing new to show.
See, he says Dillard mentioned the Canadian Shield contest. Okay. Rick is running a contest on his channel, and the contest consists of you submitting your version of the Canadian Shield. Just take the name and just make whatever hero you want, but call him the Canadian, or her the Canadian Shield.
And right, gender equality.
There you go. Well, the thing is, people have already submitted some stuff like Elric Hyuga, and I think who else? The Metal. The Metal has submitted some gender bent Canadian shields already.
I could draw something right now. I have a piece of paper here and a pencil. I could draw the Canadian Shield right here.
I can't wait.
I'm drawing it as we speak.
I did do a Canadian, my own version of it. Let me see if I can find it here.
Hold on, and I'm done. Let me put my camera on real quick. There it is.
I see Freddy.
You see Freddy? What? No, here's my. You don't see my camera?
Oh, that dude got a big head.
Well, I mean, it depends how you look at it. It could be a big head, or yeah, it's a big head.
Okay, so this is what I did, right? Okay, so I was on the drawn and quartered fan edition, and we were doing the Canadian Shield, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to take this opportunity to do the Canadian Shield, like if it was my character, right? And so what I did was I decided to make him like a berserker mode, like when he gets really angry, like really full of righteous indignation, and he really wants to delve out some justice. He grows moose horns, and he actually finds a proper shield, because that's another thing that's always irked me about the shield, is that he never actually had a shield with him. So he actually picks up a shield and he grows moose horns and goes into berserker mode. And I think, I think this should be canon.
Is that going to be like some sort of like Elseworlds kind of?
It may end up being an Elseworlds, yeah.
That'd be pretty interesting. Just a one shot where he's struggling to fight this villain. He just grows those giant horns and just stabs him.
And the villain is just so full of just like the satanic aura, because the Shield is just a Christian hero, That's where he gets his powers from. He gets his powers from the Lord. And he encounters one of these just pure evil beings, and he can't take it no more, and he ends up sprouting moose horns and going buck wild on him.
Interesting. Pope Raven. Pope Raven is bringing some heat in the chat. Pope Raven, I feel bad reading this, says Nasser draws better than Rick. I don't know to say thanks or to disagree, but I'm gonna post the Indiegogo link again there in the chat for Canadian Shield, and
go to the Indiegogo and take a look around. Take a look. Oh, yeah. You know what? I got another promotion I got going on.
All right.
Again, with my original artwork, there's a way to get an original piece of artwork from me, a 5x7. pretty affordably. And that is, we're trying to get Rick some art supplies because he's running on fumes over there. So he has a Amazon wish list full of art supplies. And if anybody purchases any of those art supplies for any amount, just take a screenshot and send it to me, and you will get a commission from me, a 5x7 of anything you want. Doesn't matter what it is.
All right. Well, I'm making Cross Comics a mod in the chat, so if he wants to post that link to that wish list, he can. Are you a mod? I'm pretty sure you're a mod in my chat. If you wanted to post that link to that as well for the wish list, but let me see. Yeah, so he's a moderator now. So if you, Cross Comics, if you wanted to post the link to that wish list, you can go ahead and do that now because now you have a wrench. Man, I should make a wish list, but I don't think anyone would buy it.
Yeah, Pope Raven says, "Get a job, Rick. Then you can buy your own wish list stuff and win John's art." That's a way to do it. No, I was like, if you got a character, you got an OC or something, you want to get drawn up, buy something off of Rick's wish list and hit and tell me what you want, anything you want.
Yeah, but it might come out looking like a stick figure, or will it be really detailed?
Oh no, it's gonna be tits. It's gonna be one of mine.
Oh, okay. So it's gonna be a stick
I don't
figure.
put out garbage. Come on now.
No. Well done, Paul. I'm gonna step away from my computer real quick to grab that drawing that I bought from you, so I could show it off how nice it is.
Okay. Well, you're gone. I'm gonna talk about the buckler here. And the buckler is a fascinating and polarizing character. You see, the buckler, if you don't know, the buckler got his powers because he really wanted to be a superhero. He saw the shield over there doing his thing, and he really loves the shield, and he wants to be just like him. So he went out, made himself a costume, and started, patrolling the streets, fighting low level, petty theft and things like that. But he finally got his he never had any powers, he's just a really enthusiastic guy. But the Olympics came to Winnipeg. And when the Olympics came to Winnipeg, a whole bunch of criminals came with it, including a bunch of people that were selling the athletes in Canada performance-enhancing substances, steroids and stuff like that. And he didn't like that. He wanted to stop it. However, he had no powers. He got his ass whooped, thrown into the back of a van. They got led into a high-speed chase. The van ended up tumbling into a river. He was just injected with all kinds of different serums of steroids and anabolic and metabolic steroids at the same time. He was in a coma for 3 months. When he woke up with the strength of 3 men. And that is how the buckler became a super.
Interesting. All right. Well, I grabbed that art now, so I'm going to put my camera there. Let me see. Let me lock it on me. There we go. Hopefully you guys don't see my face, but there it is. This La Llorona, right? Did I say it right?
You sure did. Oh, damn it. I saw your face.
The funny part about this thing was when I got it, I noticed there was like a whole bunch of writing on the back.
Oh, what does it say?
I don't even know. I see some numbers. There's like 3 minus 12 and like 75 with a dividing sign and 100 that's circled. I don't even know. I thought that was funny. So will there be any weird writing on the back of the art they received from you?
There might be. Sometimes I do math. Sometimes I do my bills on the back of my artwork. Sometimes I'm also a woodworker. Sometimes I put measurements on the back of the paper.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you did that. So that's probably what it was measurements. Are you still doing anything with this La Llorona thing? I thought you were going to do a story with that. Are you still?
Well, we were, but it didn't fund, so no.
Oh, well, it was close.
We might revisit it.
It was close. It was close to being funded, but I would need to retract the story that I did for that anthology thing.
Yeah, that story was no good.
It wasn't, but well, there was sort of a I don't know, in some ways a bit of a falling out with whoever I was working with. I'm not gonna bring that up, but
who you working with? Let me think who you were working with.
You know who I was working with.
You were working with J-Pot Studios.
Yeah.
Well, you guys started fighting again?
No, we didn't even fight. I just saw a bunch of like anti-Nasser stuff from him. I was like, oh well. I
Well, you
thought we
are
were
very
cool.
unlikable.
Well, that is true. That is true. Man, the 9 people watching are probably the only 9 people that could stand me, and I think one of them is probably you that has it open, and the other one's me because I have it open.
Let's see.
But
Oh, John, the 9-panel page and the next 9 pages. Oh, that's right. For the next 9 people that back this book, and again, this is all if it funds, you know what I mean? But I have a 9-panel page here, like a standard Gary Frank style 9-panel page.
oh
Like
yeah,
this. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be chopping this up. And these are a little bit bigger than a sketch card. A sketch card's 2.5 by 3.5. These are 3 by 5s. So the next 9 people that back the book are going to be getting one of these panels out of this page.
well, wouldn't it really be Dave Gibbons style?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
You know what? You know, your art does remind me a little bit of Gary Frank, though.
Gary Frank did it better.
No, Gary Frank did not do it better.
He wore it better.
No, Dave Gibbons somehow. I think you know I'm not an artist, but I think I would have lost my mind if for what like 12 issues of Watchmen if I had to draw just 9 panels strictly per page. Maybe
I know, what a jerk, right?
there's probably like 2 whole pages in there where there's something other than a 9-panel grid. Uh, could you imagine that? It's like a shot of the whole team walking through the street. That's panel 1.
I know, right?
Like,
You have these scenes, and I know you're a writer, right? So you have these scenes in your head, and you want it played out a certain way, and you restrict yourself to a tiny little 9-panel page. What the hell?
right. And plus all the text that are on those pages too. Could you imagine he's like drawing people's heads, and then it's like they're gonna get covered up by like all those narration boxes.
And the thing is, like, there's very few instances in that book where the text actually comes out of the box. So I mean, you're ruining your book, dude. I'm telling you. And honestly, for one, I thought The Watchmen was boring. I couldn't get through it.
I really like the book. I just think it's kind of weird that they chose to do the whole 9-panel grid. I mean, it works, I suppose, but I don't know how Dave Gibbons even could stand drawing that, drawing the 9-panel grid every single page. Like I don't know. It seems like a lot of work that might not have been necessary.
It is a lot of work, but more than that, it's more like, why don't you draw what the story dictates? You know,
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of importance, you know, you have certain scenes that are more important than other scenes. 2 talking heads can be a 9-panel page, you know, but if you have a scene where, you know, Ozymandias is standing there looking heroic, you might want to, you know, size that up a little bit, you know?
Right. Like make it like a third of the page or something, or half the page.
Something to break up the monotony, you know?
Right. I don't think there's a splash page in that whole series.
Let's see. Nighthawk Warrior says, Dillard, make a photocopy of that 9-panel page and cut up the copy. I can do that also.
Ah, but what's the fun in that?
For fun, you know, but I want the people to get the original artwork is the point, you know?
Right. As many people as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And Evan says, is Dillard borrowing Rick's webcam?
Oh, do I look terrible?
No, I see you just fine.
I thought I looked good. I was feeling good today about myself too. What the hell, Evan?
I mean, maybe you don't look good, but I mean, the camera quality, I mean, is fine. I don't think you're borrowing Rick's camera. But 10 people watching, guys, so please hit that thumbs up and share out the link, please, you guys. And let's try and get some more pals in here. And if you guys could, also please tweet out the link to Rick's Indiegogo, and you know, tell all your friends about it. Share it on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn.
Yeah, and not only that, like another reason why Rick's book, I really like it. I really like the idea, is that he's making it. He's taking it back to basics. He's sick and tired of the deconstruction of the superhero and the dark and gritty, and he's making heroes again, and he's making villains. He's making it really easy to understand. And if you read the book itself, which I've read it, I mean, it reads like you're watching an episode of the Super Friends. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
it's very classic, very golden age style. And I'm sorry, I'm drinking too much Diet Coke. My God. but
Yeah.
it's very classic. It's very kid friendly. So this is like, it's a book that you could give to your kids. It's a book that you could give to your nieces or nephews, you know, and not worry about it because it has very strong, like, because Rick is his channel is called Cross Comics. He's a very devout Christian, and so all of the themes are very morally oriented.
Oh, cool. That's definitely going to be fun. So if you guys like those kind of stories, if you like fun, classic golden age stories, I can't talk now. Uh, but if you like those kind of stories, you guys, stories like the Super Friends, then definitely go back the Canadian Shield. Um, and I think it was or actually no, because he corrected us. He said at any tier you could add on the ash can. So they do have a bunch of different tiers, a few different physical tiers where you could get even figurines. I think the warrior tier, it looks like you get an 18 by or a 12 by 18 sketch, and you get an original page from the books. They have a whole bunch of different tiers, including original art, figurines, just the books or just the ash can. But at all the physical tiers, you could add on the ash can for another $5. I think Rick had said in the chat. And let me refresh this. Let's see if it's gone up at all. Let us see. All right, so it's still at $1,025. 44 backers. They're 51% funded. Their goal is just $2,000, you guys. So I know we could get it there to $2,000 if you guys all back it and tell your friends, and share out the link to this campaign on Twitter and Facebook and whatever other social medias you guys like to use, and spread the word. There's still a lot of time left, 29 days left to get this thing funded. So definitely help to spread the word, you guys.
Yeah, it's not an insurmountable goal. It's pretty gettable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
And I just think more people need to know about the book, and more people need to see that it's something that it's traditional, and it can be given away to kids. And if you're into something a little more dark and a little more edgy, then get the ash can, because the ash can is 100% is dark humor, and it's my style of humor,
Oh, okay.
So there's something there for everybody.
All right, yeah, I'm really interested in getting the ash can. So this character, the Canadian Shield. So is Rick in Canada, or is he in the U.S.? Is this coming from Canada?
Rick's a Canadian.
Oh, that's I don't like Canada.
It's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Oh
You
man,
can't fault the guy for where he was born.
I don't think I should have promoted a Canadian. I'm just kidding.
I can't blame somebody for how they were born. I'm not Alexandria Orozco Cortez.
Yes, you are. You might as well be.
I can't hold it against you just because you were born an inferior Canadian.
Right. But in all seriousness, you guys, please go send out the link for Canadian Shield, share it out, and spread the word, because I would definitely like to see this book funded. I think it deserves to be funded. It looks like a great book, and I can't wait to read it.
And if you got any clout, if you guys are wrenches on somebody else's channel, and you got any kind of say in what goes on, let them know the Canadian Shield needs to get funded. Because it's a book that's worth funding.
Yeah, and spam it everywhere. Spam it in every chat you're a wrench in.
Everywhere.
Yeah, and so $2,000 is their main goal, but it looks like they have a few different stretch goals planned out, and at $4,000, they're having a 4x6 print. Is there any specific art yet that's already decided that's going to be the print?
Oh, I have no idea. Rick, what's the print? I don't know what the 4x6 print is.
We still have to focus on hitting the main goal, but there is going to be a print at $4,000, and I think $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 is definitely pretty attainable. And
why did you put my artwork all the way at the bottom? Thanks, Rick.
Because it was inferior.
Probably because it's not colored. That's what it is.
Oh, is it going to be colored, or is it staying black and white?
No, this is called the Buckler Noir event. This is
okay.
Black and white. I am going to throw in some grayscale.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my books are usually pretty just strictly black and white with no grayscale, but I'm thinking of grayscale eventually.
Black and white, dude. Black and white just pops so much more. Now, there are scenarios where color can actually make or break it, but the way that I like to draw, I like to have one focal point on every panel.
Yeah.
And black and white accomplishes that really.
Yeah. Evan says, I'm going to Tim Hortons next month, and if it's not as good as they say, I'm blocking every Canadian on every platform.
Ooh, you better say goodbye to Rick, because Tim Hortons is trash.
Oh man, I've never tried it, but Evan, if you don't like it, let me know, and I will also block all the Canadians. Can we get a F Canada in the chat? F Canada, you guys.
I'm waiting to see who does it.
I don't think anyone's gonna do it.
I did it.
Oh, okay. We got one. We got an F Canada from Dylan. Oh, and Evan of course puts F Canada. I totally agree. F Canada, always F Canada.
The knuckleheads.
Eric Hawkins is with us.
Isn't Eric Hawkins Canadian?
No, he's no, he's not. He's I think we're from the same state actually.
He's from Illinois?
I think so. I think that's what he told me. He was telling me about some horror conventions here. I think he's from here, or at least the state. Maybe not.
You know
exactly
what? Like
I'm
the
from.
Fangoria and stuff like that. Those are really popular up there in the Northeast.
I don't know. I never see them, but then again, I never look at like the magazines when I go to stores.
I used to be super into the horror stuff. I wanted to. I don't know.
And then he got lame.
I was into a lot of stuff, and then I got super gay.
But
I
also,
used to have Pokemon toys, all kinds of cool stuff.
Nighthawk Warrior also says F Canada. No, Eric says he's in Illinois. He says born in Detroit, but he lives in Illinois across the river from St. Louis. All right, yeah, St. Louis is very far from me because I'm in Chicago, so that's pretty far.
I've been to Chicago. That place is a nightmare. Well, for driving trucks.
It's a nightmare for everything.
I've never seen so many like low hanging street signals. I didn't even know they did this, but apparently in the East Coast, like they hang their street lights from wires and they're just like bouncing around in the wind and shit.
I've seen them on wires here before, but usually it's not on wires.
It's outrageous.
Ooh, yeah,
it's a death trap waiting to happen.
And of course, I also had to plug my own books real quick. So I'm going to put the link for my books in the chat. One second. Where'd it go?
What do you have going on right now?
Just my books on Amazon. And then my book with Jason that's launching next month on the 13th. Yeah, Friday the 13th of March. That's launching. I do have a superhero comic that's in the works right now, but the artist does not want to announce anything until it's fully drawn or almost fully drawn. So I can't really say the name or anything about it really, but there is a superhero comic coming.
Is it Eric Hawkins that's no. Making all these demands?
No. And then we're gonna have Trixie Book 2 come out eventually. Sean's only on the second page of that though, just because I don't have a lot of money right now to pay him for much of Trixie Book 2. So just some budgeting issues right now because I have bills and I can't pay for a lot of pages. So that one's kind of moving slow, but I'd rather get most of it done ahead of time and not be late because we were like 4 months late on this book. Ooh. Which was not my fault. It was Sean's fault. So everyone go blame Sean.
Oh, was his name on the campaign page?
No, it was basically like he took on he took on like another book and or a bunch of commissions, and I was like, what? Come on, he was trying to juggle too much. And
what you gotta do, you gotta be like, it's all right, don't even worry about it. I just hire somebody else to finish what you didn't finish.
Oh well, we both sort of shared the copyright, so I couldn't really kick him off.
You can do whatever you want. It's your name on the campaign.
No, it did get to the point where I was thinking about like, should I just like, well, I had already paid him, and I was thinking like, should I just like get some money back and pay someone else to finish? But then he ended up coming through, so. We were just a little
in
bit
4
late.
months.
Well, no, the entire 4 months was not exactly. It was like, well, after he turned in the pages, then I had to wait like a week on my letterer. Who well, I don't want to get into all the details of it, but took like a week for my letterer to finish, and then
I know it sounds tedious.
but then we paid for the pretty fast turnaround for from the printer.
You gotta lead on a good letterer. I need a letterer for my ash can. Somebody that's good and affordable. Not not cheap, but affordable.
Well, Joey lettered both of my books, but I think he's sort of retiring for now to finish focus on school, because I think he's going back to school now. And let's see. I know Eric Weathers. He does a lot of lettering, but I don't know if he's available. Let's see.
Well, he says, "Never pay an artist up front. We will take the money and run," says Eric.
Oh yeah, I learned from that. That's why when Eric recently did a piece for me, I paid him afterwards.
Yeah, I don't do that no more.
I actually had to hound Eric. I thought Eric wasn't going to take the money, because after he finished the piece and me and Jason approved it for because it's going to be like the back cover of this issue, and it's also going to be the front cover for book 2. Like it's going to be like a preview at the back of the book, sort of. It's just going to say, and then issue 2 coming whenever, and that's going to be like the back cover, and it's also going to be the front cover for book 2. And after me and Jason approved Eric's piece, I was just waiting on his PayPal, and I had to like hound him for it. I had to keep messaging Eric. I was like, "What's your PayPal already?" And he finally told me. I don't think Eric wanted the money.
Hold on a second, Rick. That is incorrect. The ash can is going to be between 13 and 14 pages now.
Oh wow! Keep extending it, huh?
Yeah, it's. I had this really hard thing to kind of wrap my head around, and some people in my chat gave me a fantastic idea for like an interaction where the buckler gets his cape ripped off by the shield, and it's like he has this look like he just got molested.
That's kind of weird.
He just got violated, So he uses the cape to wrap up the poor girl, because let me show you here. This girl here, let's see, this one, she gets stuck in the neck by the other girl. And you can see her top got ripped open, because in the previous page, where was it? Here we go. This one, she's kind of like sticking the knife in between her cleavage, and
all right,
right there. And when the buckler shows up, he kind of hollers at him and startles her, so she ends up ripping the clothes, and the knife slips up into her neck. So the shield shows up, in grand fashion, and he sees that she's exposed, and he wants to preserve her dignity. So he rips the cape off the buckler and wraps her up in the cape.
Eric Hawkins says, "I knew you were good for it. I wasn't going to rush you. I almost wanted to make a game out of it and see like how long I could go before Eric would say something." But then I messaged him. I was like, "What's your PayPal?" Because he didn't say anything for like a whole, I don't know, maybe a day or two, if I remember correctly. And I almost wanted to see like how long would Eric go. But then I was like, I feel bad. I was like, "Eric, hurry up and tell me your PayPal."
Mm-hmm. No, and the thing is, like, I got burned by some guy, and this is another reason, just another in the laundry list of reasons why I don't got love for veterans. This veteran hit me up, and he was like, "Yeah, I want to get a drawing, a comic book style of my chopper. Me and my squad, we had this particular style of helicopter, And I want this logo to be on." And he sent me the images of his patches and stuff like that. And this needs to be painted here. So I did it, and it looked dope. It was fantastic looking, really mechanically accurate helicopter. And then I sent him the just an image of it, like a picture.
Mm-hmm.
And then got ghosted. Never heard from him again. So now I don't do anything unless I get my money up front.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it might be best to do maybe like a 50-50, like 50 up front and then 50 after completion. I think just after a few different scenarios I've been through with different artists. Like there are people like I tried to pay, and then I paid them, and then they just never did anything. Back in like 2017, I tried to make a comic that I was going to pitch to Image. I found this artist, and he was only charging like $35 a page, and everyone that I saw that worked with him vouched for him. And then I paid him for the cover. He did the cover in like a day. Like as soon as I paid him, he sent me like thumbnails, and it was fully inked the next day. I was like, oh, all right, cool. And I paid him for like 5 pages, and it took him like months to turn in like just the pencils. And it took us like 5 months before I had anything that I could even show to Image. And I think by that point I had paid him for like almost the whole issue. And then eventually I just got a refund because he was taking on other work from people. I saw him fulfill. I saw him. He was like working on other people's campaigns, and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna fulfill," because like the guy already drew the whole issue. And I was like, ugh, this guy's not doing any of my work. He's doing everyone else's, and I'd already paid him up front. So I try to either do well, I usually just try to do like a full collab. Like, how about we just split all the money at the end? But I don't know if I have to pay someone. I think what I'm going to do from now on is just half up front and then half when they're done.
Yeah, that's good. That's good if that's the way you want to do it.
Yeah. So when me and you inevitably
I just demand excellence, because that's what I do. I shit excellence everywhere I go. So I need my money up front.
All right. Well,
but if you want to pay me per page by page as I turn them in, that's fine too.
No, when me and you work on a comic, we're just going to split it all. I'm not paying you.
Nah, I'm not working like that. I got my own ideas, and they're fantastic, and they involve the buckler.
All right. What about besides the buckler? What are you doing besides that?
Let's see. I got Cosmonaut, which is like a space fantasy with the big booby girls in space.
Oh, okay.
And then I got another book, but I'm putting that in the pipe, way back in the pipeline, because it's gonna be far in the future. And it's
Why?
The Last Judge, because it's very, very long, and it's gonna be very detail intensive.
Oh, well, how long is it going to be?
It's about 150 pages.
Oh, that's not terribly long.
It is for me. I draw very slowly. I told you.
That's only like 4 years worth of work.
Let's see. Evan says, how much to link the Headless Ninja? Or ink the Headless Ninja?
Wait, what?
It's Evan's stupid IP called the Headless Ninja.
What's the Headless Ninja?
I'll give you one guess.
No, I mean, like, what's the story? How could you be a headless ninja? Is it like a body that comes back to life but's missing its head?
Well, you know what? I have a picture of the Headless Ninja. I can show you. Hold on a second.
How would that work?
let me screen share. Oh, you know what? Let me go find it first. But I don't waste everybody's time. I love doing that when I can.
No, you can waste all the time you want. People aren't used to things being professional around here.
Okay. Here we go. File, open. See, now Evan's going to make me figure out where I saved this stupid thing. Oh, here it is. All right, let me screen share now that I got that worked out.
All right.
So this is his character that he thought up and thought it would be a good idea to maybe take a go at making an IP out of it. There we go.
Let me add it to the stream, and then let me there we go. So now it's locked on. Okay, what is this, Evan? Evan, explain yourself in the chat.
This is the Headless Ninjas.
Wait, so did he draw this or did you?
I drew this.
Oh, okay. I was about to say I didn't know Evan was such an artist.
He didn't give me much to go on other than a simple description of a ninja without a head.
Okay, so where did he say where any of this comes from? Why? How is he headless?
I don't write the stories. I just draw them, all right?
Oh man.
So unfortunately, you had to see that, but That's what it was.
Man, is that what you're going to tell people when you work on a book with me and they ask you questions? You're just going to say, I don't write it.
I was like, hey,
Huh?
ask me about art. I don't know about story.
Oh man, then I really trust you with writing this ash can.
Oh, my ash can's great. Well, essentially, it was written by the community. That's the way I like to think about it.
Okay, sure. Are you paying the whole community too?
Paying them nothing. What are you talking about? Evan says, I'll just hold a contest. The winner can ink it.
Oh man, Eric Hawkins says it looks that drawing looked like a butthole.
Yeah, it was originally off-colored and kind of stinky. Like it actually had stink lines coming out of it, like it was rotting. But we decided that was too much. So.
Oh man, poor Evan, who still has not explained to us. I don't think he has how it. Oh, he says no spoilers. I don't understand how there could be a headless ninja.
No spoilers. Like Nighthawk Warrior and his no spoilers.
Right. Oh man, I'm really curious how you do a headless ninja. Only thing I could think of is like he's got his head chopped off and he comes back to life somehow, and he's on a mission to find his head. But it just sounds so goofy.
I think I even saw like some other art for it where it was like the headless ninja at like a masquerade ball where he was actually wearing a head.
What? I want to see that.
I don't know where it was. It was hilarious.
That sounds gold. That sounds like pure gold.
No, I like Evan's humor. It's good.
Yeah. I'm going to put the link again here for Canadian Shield. I'm putting that in the chat one more time. And don't forget, guys, or for those who were just tuning in and didn't hear it yet, there is going to be original art given out to given out at random to people that back any of the physical tiers. I think all but one of the tiers, the $5 digital shield tier. All the other tiers are physical tiers, and if you buy it, then you'll have a chance to get some original John Dillard art that he might accidentally have measurements scribbled on the back.
You might get my social. I don't know. You might be the lucky person that gets my real name.
What?
My name is actually John
Dillard. I don't believe you.
No, but I mean that's the thing. Like as you can probably tell, I'm not getting a lot out of this campaign. I'm not getting, and I'm actually not getting anything out of the campaign.
Could have fooled me.
I'm not, and but I believe in this project so much that I am going to do all this work and give away all this free art and pay all the shipping myself and all that stuff because I really want this book to fund. I think it's a fantastic idea, and I think that everybody listening right now should give the campaign a look, and if you can't, at least share it out.
Awesome. It. And we've been going for about an hour, so I think it's about time to end this stream. But we still got 10 people in here, so please, guys, again, hit the thumbs up and still share this out anyways, even though we're coming to an end here. Maybe someone might like to catch it on the replay. But also, if you guys could, please also share out the link to the Indiegogo and share it around your Twitter and your YouTube, your Facebook, really anywhere you like to share these campaigns. Tell all your friends, if you have friends that are into comics, someone who might like this type of book, then please show it to them and help spread the word, because it's not a very big goal at all. It's a $2,000 fixed goal, and they're 51% of the way there. They've got $1,025. Actually, let me refresh it. Hopefully it's gone up. All right, still at 1,025, but they've got 44 backers, you guys. So please help spread the word. If we get them another 44, then I'm pretty sure they'll hit their goal. And remember, also, guys, you could no matter which physical tier you buy, you could also add on the ash can for $5, which is written and drawn here by John Dillard. And
also there actually is, if you want,
yeah,
if you're so inclined, if you want to, there is a tier all by itself where you can just buy the ash can. But it costs $10.
Yeah, so it's going to be a way better deal if you just buy one of the if you just buy the regular issue and then just add it on for $5. It's going to
And
be
you
a way
better
better
get it
deal.
now, because the fact is, if this doesn't fund and I got to put this ash can out myself, it's not going to be $10. It's going to be $40.
Right.
Because you know me, Nasser, and I charge for my artwork.
Incredible amounts. I couldn't believe how much I paid for that La Llorona piece, but
I wouldn't say that out loud. You might embarrass yourself.
no, it's like when I asked, I'm not going to say how much it was, but I asked him the price and I couldn't believe it. And I think I might have said something like that. Like, I think I said like, oh, okay, or something like that. And John Dillard replies all Hollywood. He's like, what, is that too much for you? I was like, no, I can afford it. so I paid like this ridiculous amount just so I wouldn't look cheap. But also, John Dillard, he didn't have to give that super chat. You're the only person that super chats me, dude. I haven't had a super chat in like probably 8 months. But John Dillard for $2.
Well, you forget to tell people about it. You got to say, hey, I got a super chat function down there,
Well, they could see it, but John Dillard for $2 says, "You stink, Nasser." No, instead of a $2 super chat, you guys, if you just want to do like a $3 download of my ebook on Amazon, just do that instead. Instead of super chats, you guys could just go and download my ebooks. They're all $2.99. I have 3 of them. Or you can get the hard copies for $10, which the links to those are all down in the description. But if you guys could only get one thing today, then please get the Canadian Shield, because it's only up for 29 days. But my books will always be on Amazon. You can get them whenever. So if you're only buying one book today, guys, and please get the Canadian Shield, because I would really like to see this book funded.
Me too. Please and thank you.
All right. And Cross Comics is also putting his link right there to subscribe to his channel. But with that, that sounds like a pretty good note to end the stream on. So thank you for tuning in, everybody. Thank you for being here, John. And everyone go support Canadian Shield.
Of course.
Bye. Peace.